Buckle up, because we are entered the Thunderdome of terrible CGI. We're gonna try to recreate that iconic car chasing shot from Mad Max. I've got more ambition than talent, so this should be interesting. So hit that like button, grab your popcorn, and let's get started. First thing I want to tackle is every boy's dream, creating a super crazy car with parts from random vehicles. Luckily, you can find all sorts of 3D stuff online. I mostly use Sketchfab to download these models. I found this goofy looking car for the base. It will be hilarious with huge back wheels. Most Mad Max cars have that, so I'm going with it. I also snagged a helicopter, a robot, some engine bits, and guns. The real fun begins in Blender. That's where I'll mash everything together. I'll start with the car base and slap on some big wheels in the back. I don't recall seeing a helicopter part in Mad Max, so why not do it now? I cut out the roof, placed the rotor there, and added some engine parts to make it look believable. From the robot I grabbed the guns and stuck them on top and on the sides. The front needs some spikes to make it look a bit more intimidating. Last but not least, I removed the hood and added a bunch of engines for extra speed. And with some texturing of the different parts to match them together, I think the first car is ready for battle. This video is sponsored by my crippling energy addiction. Seriously, I haven't slept in days. But hey, at least the video is done. You might even learn a thing or two if you keep up with my rambling. Leave a follow or your phone won't be charged in the morning. You have been warned. For the bigger truck on the right side, I wanted a tank as the base. Plus, I found a monster truck, a military vehicle, and even more engine parts. I cut out the lower body of the tank, and because you can't drive that thing anymore, we need a new seat. Luckily, we have a monster truck front that fits perfectly. I like where this is going. These big vehicles need good communication, that's why I take the part from the military car. It should be able to shoot, so I re-imported the gun barrel from the tank. After some texturing, I realized that many cars in Mad Max have spikes, so I modeled a simple Rossi spike, gathered it on the top part of the tank. I know the spikes face in random directions, but I'm too lazy to fix that. With my second war mobile ready, it was time to set up the scene. Without people, the scene looks boring. Once again, I searched some characters to match the vibe and download these three guys right here. To easily rig a character, you can bring them into Mixamo and get a quite accurate rig. The main dude should balance on the helicopter rotor. Another enemy guy should jump as in the original scene with a bomb spear in his hands. You can find animations in Mixamo itself and fine-tune them in Blender for better results, which is what I did as well. Some drivers are needed for the cars. Because you can't see them very well, I used the same model in a sitting position. The last guy in the back of the smaller car needed a bit more time to place right, but it turned out pretty cool. For the bomb spears, I created two versions, one with dynamite at the top and the other with an actual mini bomb. After placing them on the character and car, I checked the original scene again and detected that they have some loose clothes hanging on them. To recreate that, you simply add a plane with the clothes modifier on and cut it open. After simulating the three different versions, I placed them on each spear and gave them an individual texture, which made the scene way better. For a bit more action, I used gunfire PNGs and placed them in front of the different weapons. The scene feels more and more alive. Speaking of alive, moving cars in desert produce smoke and sand dust, which is what I simulated next. Add a sphere, make it move, and with a quick smoke simulator you can tweak some settings to get similar results. I copied them and placed it over the whole scene. Sadly, with VDBs in Blender you get artifacts when they overlap, so you get weird shadows and rendering errors. That's why I rendered one with a lot of smoke and one with just two smoke sims at the wheels. In Photoshop, I combined both renders and added some more smoke PNGs. I tried to match the colors from the original shot as good as possible, and this right here is the final render. It was a lot of fun kit bashing these cars together. If you want to see me try out more scenes or VFX shots from other movies, write it in the comments the ones you would like to see next. And as always, keep pushing boundaries.